Far beyond Earth, amidst the swirling storms of the solar system's most majestic giant, a silent observer once drifted, capturing wonders never before witnessed by human eyes. This was the Cassini spacecraft, an ambitious explorer born of human curiosity and scientific determination. Its mission was to study Saturn, but what it uncovered would ultimately transcend planetary science and touch on the very nature of existence. Launched in 1997, Cassini was a joint venture between NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Italian Space Agency. After a 7-year journey, it arrived at Saturn in 2004. For 13 years, it orbited the ring giant, sending back stunning images and profound data that rewrote textbooks. But what truly defined Cassini wasn't just what it saw, it was what it discovered in its final moments. As Cassini's mission neared its end, engineers knew the spacecraft would eventually run out of fuel. Rather than risk crashing into one of Saturn's potentially habitable moons, like Enceladus or Titan, they devised a daring finale, a controlled descent into Saturn itself. But no one could have anticipated what Cassini would find in its plunge through Saturn's upper atmosphere. Before the final dive, Cassini had already revealed secrets that had shaken scientists. One of its most surprising discoveries was that Enceladus, a small icy moon, harbored a subsurface ocean beneath its frozen crust. More than that, it was actively shooting plumes of water vapor and organic molecules into space through massive cracks near its south pole. These geysers weren't just evidence of water. They were chemical signatures of life's potential. Cassini flew directly through these plumes, analyzing their contents. It detected hydrogen, methane, and other organic compounds, the building blocks of life. This discovery turned Enceladus from a cold, forgotten moon into one of the most promising candidates for extraterrestrial life in our solar system. Then there was Titan. Saturn's largest moon is the only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere. Cassini deployed the Huygens probe, which descended through Titan's hazy skies and landed on its solid surface, the first ever landing on a moon beyond Earth's immediate neighborhood. There, it found rivers and lakes of liquid methane and ethane, flowing and pooling in vast alien landscapes. Titan resembled Earth in its youth, a frigid mirror with chemistry that echoed our own planet's early conditions. Cassini captured it all: lightning storms deep within Saturn's clouds, violent hexagonal jet streams at the planet's north pole, and the intricate beauty of the planet's rings, thousands of separate bands composed of ice and rock, spiraling like cosmic records frozen in time. But it was during its final plunge, known as the grand finale, that Cassini ventured where no spacecraft had gone before. It dove between Saturn and its innermost ring, navigating a narrow gap never before explored. The region was expected to be relatively empty. It wasn't. Instead, Cassini encountered unexpected densities of charged particles, magnetic fields behaving strangely, and a kind of atmospheric haze that scientists still struggled to fully explain. Cassini's instruments picked up faint signals, almost like whispers. These signals resembled nothing previously recorded. Some interpreted them as interactions between Saturn's magnetic field and the particles from its rings, but others saw something more. Among the final datasets was a mysterious anomaly, a sudden, sharp fluctuation in Saturn's magnetic field, as if something had momentarily interfered. It wasn't just noise. It was structured. Intentional. Some researchers proposed a natural explanation, the field interacting with internal plasma waves. But a small group of scientists saw a different possibility, one too bold to accept publicly. What if this anomaly was artificial? Speculation grew quietly. Could Saturn, or one of its moons, be home to something more? Something hidden beneath ice or gas? Was Cassini's final plunge the moment it touched a boundary we weren't meant to cross? In its last seconds, Cassini transmitted data at incredible speed. Then, it vanished. No explosion. No dramatic crash. The atmosphere consumed it in silence. But the final data package sent just before signal loss has remained the subject of intense scrutiny. Some within NASA referred to this burst of data as the Cassini signature, unusual spikes in electromagnetic readings, brief audio-like waveforms, and thermal irregularities, all bundled into a mysterious end-of-life transmission. To the public, the story ended with a poetic dive into Saturn's atmosphere. But behind closed doors, teams continued analyzing the raw data for years. Bits of it were redacted, withheld from open-access databases. Why? Some believe Cassini may have detected an artificial structure deep within Saturn, a suggestion dismissed by official voices, but quietly discussed among fringe theorists and independent researchers. The idea is that Saturn may not be entirely natural, or that something resides within its core. A concept not unlike ancient myths, where gods and titans lived within the planet's golden rings. Even more controversial was a theory proposed by a group of European physicists who reviewed Cassini's final magnetic readings. They suggested that the disturbance wasn't local. It could have been a kind of reply, a signal. A response to Cassini's presence. Something acknowledging its arrival. But if this is true, what did Cassini contact? And why did it only respond as the probe fell toward its destruction? Adding to the mystery are Saturn's rings themselves. Cassini revealed that the rings are far younger than Saturn, perhaps only 100 million years old. This raises a question. Why do such massive rings exist around Saturn but not other gas giants like Jupiter or Neptune to the same degree? Could they be the remnants of something, or something's construction? Then there's the hexagon. Saturn's north pole contains a persistent, six-sided jet stream. A bizarre geometric storm with almost perfect symmetry, rotating for decades without changing. No one can fully explain how such a shape occurs naturally. Some have called it nature's perfect mystery. Others wonder if it is more than that, a kind of planetary anomaly that defies natural dynamics. Cassini, like Voyager and the later James Webb Telescope, opened our eyes to the deep, unsettling complexity of our cosmos. It didn't just show us beautiful pictures. It forced us to confront questions we weren't ready to answer. If a frozen moon can shoot water vapor into space from a warm ocean beneath the ice, what else lies out there? If Saturn's magnetic field behaves unpredictably and its rings pulse with unexplained energies, could we be seeing the fingerprints of something not of Earth? The end of Cassini was not just the end of a spacecraft. It was the closing of a chapter in human discovery, and the opening of another. Cassini was designed to explore Saturn, but what it discovered may point far beyond. Toward new missions, new destinations, and new mysteries waiting in the cold reaches of the outer solar system. Today, much of what Cassini discovered still remains under study. NASA and ESA have confirmed plans for new missions to Enceladus and Titan, inspired directly by Cassini's findings. These missions may one day answer the questions Cassini raised, or uncover even greater ones. Was Cassini's final discovery simply atmospheric data, or was it a message written in electromagnetic code? Did it truly find something beneath Saturn's clouds, or did it disturb a silence that was never meant to be broken? One thing is certain. Cassini's legacy is more than data and dust. It's the enduring pursuit of answers in the face of overwhelming mystery. The universe doesn't give up its secrets easily. But when it does, even briefly, it does so in moments like these. And for a fleeting instant, as Cassini vanished into the golden depths of Saturn, humanity stood on the edge of knowing something far greater than we've ever known before. This is Discovery at 2.0. Stay curious.